What a joyous occasion this is. Good evening and thank you all for being here. And we're really pleased that you could join us. We will begin in a moment. I want to introduce the people that we will hear from. We'll hear from Chairman C. Dan Smith of the Board of Regents, UNT System Chancellor Lee Jackson, Vice President for Advancement Lisa Baronio, Provost Warren Berggren, Dean of the College of Engineering Kostas Sassoulis, Dean of the College of Business Finley Graves, and one of our fine students, music students here who has been participating in the entertainment, Sean Giddings. On the other end, we have some UNT people as well, and that delegation is headed up by the Dean of our College of Music, Jim Scott. And we have regents here tonight, Mr. Jack Wall, Dr. Charles Mitchell, Mr. Brent Ryan, Mr. Christian Dean, who is our student regent, and at least one former regent in Gail Strange is here. And we'll welcome Bill Lively, who is joining us shortly as a person interested in these kinds of things. I hope. We will be video conferencing with our guests in Bangkok, and our guest of honor, of course, will be Mr. Charn Uswachoke. And Charn has really asked, and you can understand the way I pronounce his last name, why he would do this. He has asked that we refer to him only as Charn. So I want you to know that as we refer to him by his first name, that's by his choice, not a matter of disrespect in any way. So I'm going to now ask that we be connected to our guests in Bangkok. Hello, Bangkok.
Good evening.
Good morning to you. It's a real pleasure to bring you live to us here in Denton so that together we can celebrate a truly significant and historic occasion. I want to recognize that you are joined by our UNT delegation, Richard Nader, who is our interim vice provost of UNT International, Eric Canny, who is the director of international initiatives, and Jim Scott, who I see there with you tonight. I know also you are surrounded by a number of our alumni in Bangkok, and for those of you who don't know, we have organized our first international alumni chapter in Bangkok. We did that in June of this year. This event is recognition that Charn, as he prefers to be known, is making the largest single gift in the history of the University of North Texas. What a wonderful experience it has been to work with him. I know that his biographical sketch will appear in at least one and probably several of our future publications, but let me mention a few things. His history with the University of North Texas starts when he was an MBA student here in the 1970s. Here he found a home away from home. He talks about walking across the campus and listening to the rehearsal of the jazz bands. We've had some wonderful conversations about what that was like, and for those of you who were students here, I know many of you have experienced that. But in Charn, it stirred a love of jazz that has continued to this day. He also had professors and mentors who taught him the essentials of business. And if they can take any credit, they taught him extremely well. Since that time, he has found great success as an entrepreneur in his native country of Thailand, but with business activities really around the world. I'm proud to say, however, that he has shared with me that part of his heart never left UNT and Denton. And he has been a generous supporter of the University of North Texas through the years, making transitional gifts in a number of areas. First and foremost, as you think about his gifts, they have provided students with opportunities to enhance their learning and grow in an appreciation of a diverse world. This gift takes it all to a new level. supporting students and faculty at a level that will forever enhance UNT's reputation as a place for cutting-edge research and teaching and world-class arts and music. Charn, you have watched us mature from a strong state institution to an emerging national research university, and you have supported our progress every inch of the way. Clearly, you believe strongly in our vision to become a major public research university offering the very best undergraduate education. And your gift is an enormous boost in that direction. I wish each of you here in Denton could personally experience the generosity of this man's spirit as I have. He is a kind and thoughtful man who loves bringing joy to others and sharing his fortune. Charn, a thank you does not seem sufficient. I also know that you do not like attention and praise, so let me end simply by saying that you have become one of the most important people in our history, and you are helping us build a future. Now I want to turn it over to you for some remarks.
Thank you, Lance, and thank you everyone back in UNT. And like I said, I'm very happy to be here tonight. Our morning and in the evening in the day. And I'm much more than willing to do it for UNT. And so I'd like to say a little bit, because I didn't ask my staff to give me a script, because I want to speak from my heart. And I'm not sure that this is the only time I will say it or not. But I would like to many things that we should do to get the UNT as a top-tier educational institution in the country. And also we want to be an international educational institution as well. Probably I will get back to you and I will say a little bit more later on.
Thank you. There it is. It's an honor to receive this check on behalf of UNT. As you can all see, Charn has pledged $22 million, which is the largest gift in our history. I would reiterate that I wish it were possible for each of you to get to know this kind, generous, and very motivated man. It will make a huge difference for our students, and so I want to invite Sean Giddings, one of the students and one of our talented jazz musicians, to speak.
Good evening. It is a privilege for me to be here to say thank you, Charn, on behalf of all the students at UNT. I hope you know how meaningful your generous gift is to students like me. I am studying jazz piano performance and have had many incredible opportunities as a student. I've learned from amazing mentors who have helped me pursue my dreams of being a professional musician. Because UNT is such a premier music school, I've had the chance to take part in a variety of high-profile performances. I was even invited to travel to Thailand along with the 1 O'Clock in 2009 to perform at the World Saxophone Congress, accompanying saxophonists James Carter and Brad Lely. I'd never been part of a jazz festival before. But none of this would have been possible without the scholarships I've received. In fact, just going to college would have been a huge stretch for my family without scholarships. In 2008, when I was a freshman, both of my parents were laid off due to the recession. I know they would have done anything to help me stay in college, but thankfully I had the scholarships to help pay for school. I felt proud and truly grateful that I could help take that burden off of my parents. The financial support I have received because of the generosity of donors has meant everything to my family and me. And the opportunities I've had to travel with the music program, playing alongside my peers and my mentors on the faculty, have been life-changing. I am truly humbled by the support that has made my college experience possible. And it is so special to know that kind, generous people like you believe in students like me, believe in our pursuit of a first-rate education, believe in our future. Thank you for paying it forward to the next wave of students. Your gift will impact generation after generation. You have inspired me to reach for excellence, to find my own way to help students who will follow me, just as you have done. From all the students here now and in the future, thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, Sean. Your story is a powerful reminder to all of us who work to support higher education that helping students achieve their dreams is really what it's all about. And we should all remember that. Charn, I am honored to say thank you on behalf of all of the Board of Regents for your historic gift. Your gift is not only the largest for UNT, it's also the largest one ever to any campus in the UNT system. Your commitment is transformative in many ways, not only because it will advance 3 colleges at once, but also because it will inspire others to follow your lead. All of us on the Board of Regents are excited by your gift and what it means for UNT. And as a fellow alumnus, I am personally touched by how deeply you care for our alma mater. Thank you for your investment in UNT and its future. This gift is one for the history books, and many will look back to this day as being the beginning of a new era for UNT. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman, and thank you, Charn. I'm glad to be here tonight to add my personal thanks to you for this gift. I feel honored to have spent time with you, both here in Denton and in Thailand. When we met 9 years ago, you had a passion for UNT that perhaps in some ways exceeded our own vision of our future at the time. You talked not only about international opportunities to bring greater visibility to this campus at a time when many still saw us as primarily a regional serving institution, but your vision was worldwide. There was no reason for us to accept a secondary role. In fact, many American universities have sought to build a global profile for their programs without a basis to start on. Thanks to you, I was able to make a presentation to the King and see our students perform for and with the King and be showcased all over Thailand. And from that have come discussions about other opportunities in marketing, in business, and many of the other partnerships that President Rawlins talked about. For us, that's meant that UNT was not starting from scratch. Thanks to you and your passion, we already have a global relationship. Your interests are also evidence of the responsibility we have as a growing university. Some universities are so specialized that they only have to do one thing well. But UNT is large enough, broad enough, and diverse enough that we're going to build excellence in a variety of fields, we're going to start new research initiatives, we're going to preserve our undergraduate education, and these are in fact the kinds of things that you have always been interested in. Here's someone who came to UNT for an MBA, but who found relaxation and inspiration by taking time in the middle of his business studies to listen to every music concert that he could attend individually. Someone whose degrees in business, but whose career has been in the sciences and in electronics and in technology, whose interests now are in research and engineering, and sees UNT's opportunities there. In fact, when we met 9 years ago, it's safe to say that, Charn, your vision for UNT was stronger in many ways than we had for ourselves at the time. You asked why we shouldn't expect to partner with the very best universities in Thailand and elsewhere in the world, support the best faculty in a variety of fields, attract the best students, and have the best combination of academic excellence and undergraduate education. That challenge is now moved forward thanks to this incredibly generous gift. Thank you for your consistent, lifelong support for this institution.
I am honored to be here not only to witness this incredible moment, but to say thank you and to congratulate you, Charn. Every gift matters, yet some gifts have a deep and long-lasting impact. There is no doubt that your commitment will forever change UNT. We cannot thank you enough for what you are doing for the future of many, many students, faculty, and for our colleges and programs. Your commitment will demonstrate to others that every alumnus is important to this institution. You have remembered UNT at every pivotal point in your life and have encouraged that relationship with your children and everyone you meet. Such a commitment will lead the way for many others to step up and be recognized as part of the UNT family. Every alumnus and friend of the institution can make a difference by getting involved, by making a gift, or promoting UNT. What a difference your involvement has made and will continue to make. Your enthusiasm for UNT and Denton signals to others that this is a place that not only North Texas, the state, and the country, but the world will take notice of. Thank you for your devotion, your dedication, and service to UNT. You are a beacon of light and inspiration.
Good evening, and of course, good morning in Bangkok. It's a privilege for me to be here tonight representing academic affairs on this fantastic night and to add my voice to a fine, sweet chorus of thank yous, because we're all so appreciative. Charn, I've been fortunate enough to experience your warmth and generosity in Bangkok, of course, on a couple of different times. In fact, everyone knows he's legendary as a host in that city. In fact, Charn, I may be the only one here tonight that has actually successfully managed to buy you dinner in Bangkok. Do you remember that night? It was the fairly large prawns that we had, and we arm wrestled for that privilege. I could and I wanted to spend all night talking excitedly about how transformative and important this gift is for the University of North Texas, how deeply it will impact our students and faculty, and how it's so wide-ranging because it touches upon so many different areas of our university simultaneously. I know this is the Chief Academic Officer of UNT, but I would actually rather cede my time to the deans who can speak from the heart about the direct importance of this gift. So I'm going to ask first Dean Kostas Satsoulis of Engineering, then Dean Finley Graves of Business, and finally Dean Jim Scott of Music to step forward in turn and give us their thoughts.
Thank you, Warren. Charn, thank you so much for your gift and for all that you're doing to help UNT advance as a major research university. As you know, our College of Engineering is young, but we're thriving, especially in material science and engineering. This program has a great body of distinguished faculty who are recognized for their contributions to the field. Thanks to you, we will be able to stake our claim as a leader for energy-related material research to the new center that you are supporting. Energy-related research is about making alternative energy sources that are efficient while developing new, sustainable, renewable, and clean energy sources and resources. This kind of research is essential in today's energy-challenged world, and the center will make us the hub for energy-related research and will bring us international recognition. The opportunity you are providing for us to develop such a center and to attract a leading researcher to lead and head the center is incredible. It will give our students and faculty the support they need to create new, clean energy technologies that can help our world become less dependent on traditional sources of energy. Through this center, we will work with industry to accelerate market penetration of emerging materials and technologies, taking advantage of the assets we have at our research park, Discovery Park. And this center will do a lot in positioning UNT as a place for cutting-edge research, which is so vital to our quest to continue growing as a major research university. I'm sure I speak for all the deans here and for the administration when I say thank you for supporting UNT so comprehensively, making sure that we can advance in the sciences while helping us to maintain our strengths in the arts and business. Thank you.
Thank you, Kostas. Charn, I know I'm not the first to say that your gift is very meaningful, but given that you are a College of Business alumnus, I can tell you that it's especially rewarding for me to see how your gift brings things full circle. Nearly 40 years ago, you received your MBA from the College of Business. The education we provided you helped you become the great success that you are today. And now, you're giving back so that students who come after you can blaze their own trail to success. I'm so proud that you are a UNT College of Business alumnus, and I'm humbled by your generosity. Your gift will directly benefit College of Business students and provide them with the global competence that's so necessary in today's business world. Being an entrepreneur, you know that a global perspective is essential if business students are to become business leaders. And there's no substitute for first-hand experience. I know that you benefited from the global perspective that permeates our business program, and I am thankful that you are enabling us to provide students with more opportunities to study business in other countries. The College of Business has partnerships with major universities in Asia, Europe, and South America, and the Charn Scholarships for Study Abroad will support as many as 150 scholarships of varying levels for study abroad opportunities each year. Plus, our students won't have to go too far to benefit from your generosity. The graduate suite that you are supporting will be one of the centerpieces of our new state-of-the-art business leadership building. The fact that the suite will be named after you will say a lot about the college's role in educating countless international students and how important it is that we are so interconnected. Charn, thank you very much.
Thank you, Finley. It's a special honor for me to be here visiting again in Bangkok with Charn and representing UNT for this historic occasion. Charn is a music lover through and through. While he was a student, as President Rollins said, he would visit the music building, sit in on the 1 o'clock lab band rehearsals, and his love of jazz and music in general grew immensely while he was a student. As an international student, it's very true that the campus became his home in the United States.
And all these encounters with music, attending concerts, listening to rehearsals, made him a fan forever, and has turned him into one of the College of Music's most generous supporters. Charn, for years, have helped us preserve our excellence. The $1 billion gift of the 1990s saved us from a devastating problem when city law changed, and without your help, we could not have attracted and retained some of our best students from out of state. We could not be the College of Music we are today if you had not helped us at that critical, important time. You have served for many years in protecting what we were building, and I felt heir to a wonderful College of Music that was in good health because largely of your gift at that time. During my own time at UNT, we made it possible for the Waterfly Lab Band to visit Thailand, as President Mullins, the Chancellor, said, to play not only for the King, but to play with His Majesty, the King of Thailand. During that trip, UNT presented the King with an honorary doctorate in music, and that trip will forever rank the high marks for UNT, and further seal UNT's relationship with you and with Thailand. This new pledge will go beyond protecting the long-established great music school UNT has to allow us to compete even more effectively for the very best students and faculty now. You will enable our students and faculty to share talents also through new touring and recording opportunities. You understand that for UNT to remain one of the best places for music, we must continue to attract and foster the most promising and talented performers. I'm very touched that your chance encounter many years ago with our music program has blossomed into such a powerful relationship. Because I'm here with you, I have the privilege of presenting you with a gift from UNT as a small token of our deep appreciation. On behalf of all of us at UNT, thank you for your unwavering belief in us and for your continuous support. Our future is much brighter because of you, and we're forever grateful. Thank you again.
Thank you. I'd like to say something a little bit about it. As we said, and thank you everyone, every professor that talked good thing about me. And like President Lenz already told you that I'm not I'm a very low profile people. And actually at the very beginning, very reluctant to do it. But after I have a deep thought about it, and I still can remember that early this year, our Prime Minister from England went to visit China. She was talking about the Chinese national anthem, and he said he liked it. And he said, the word is "qi lai," that means stand up, for the at that time the Chinese, for the last 200 years, they were very weak. And that song, one said, the Chinese, if you don't do something about it, you cannot survive as a country. And so that's the reason that later on I told them that, okay, I will be willing to do this kind of PR. This is the first time ever do this kind of high-tech stuff on the conference call between the two countries. And I'm willing to do it because I want not our friends, but also our alumni for the whole world to share with me to support UNT. The UNT is we knew that start from teacher college into research educational institution and require a lot of support, need a lot of help. And I think one thing is, for me that I can do is for the financial support. And I'm glad that Charn, our talented music student, said that a lot of talented people need help, and especially for this kind of world economy, not only from the US but the Europe and many other countries that need help. So I think for my this first support, we're not talking about just only any particular areas. What we want to do it, we want to get the UNT to be the world top tier educational institution, and that's my dream. And I think for my lifetime I can see it happen, but we need a lot of support from everyone, not only this room but from every UNT alumni globally. And I'm very happy, to say that I owe a lot to the UNT and also to them. When I was student over there, I feel like I'm at home. It's my second hometown. So that is to make our UNT to be a world-class institution. And I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to Chairperson John from BCIS. He sent me a book some years ago, and there's a very good book, and talking about digital world. It's very complicated, and that helped me to have solved a lot of my problems for the last 50 years. And I owe it to, once again, I owe it to UNT and to all my professors over there. Thank you.
In closing, I'd like to just relate a little bit of a story. As we visited with Charn in June and concluded this deal, and I had worked it all up into papers that I took for the signature to his. He graciously invited us to his home, and we sat and discussed it, and then we both signed it. But after we signed it, Charn said to me, he said, I understand that in your country we need to sign these things. But he said, in my culture, we seal these things with a handshake. And he stood and shook my hand. So I want to say, Charn, that I wish you could be here so that we could all shake your hand as we thank you, but also as we renew our own commitment to our students and to our university, that you will not be disappointed, and that the energy that you have given us will carry forward, and that we may make you proud. So that ends our ceremony tonight. Thank you, Charn, for taking time out of your work day to celebrate with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I appreciate not only the gift, but your friendship and your deep commitment to this institution. Appreciate it. Thank you.